Hello, this is our crust for the pumpkin pie.
Hi, and welcome back to our channel. And this is a family fun day. It's Thanksgiving, and we're actually going to make a pumpkin pie together, aren't we, son?
Yes.
Hello, and here is our recipe. We're starting with the pie crust. This pie crust I really like because it's really easy and pliable to work with. So what we got is our flour. We're going to have 2 cups flour. We're going to do a 3/4 teaspoon of sugar, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, and then we're going to do 3/4 cup of butter, and then we're going to do about 1/4 cup of cold water. Might take a little bit more or less depending on the weather and how much humidity there is. So what I'm going to do is invite my son over here. He's going to help with this right now. So come on, Israel, let's do this together. Okay, go ahead. We're going to have you dump that into the mixing bowl.
Got it?
Pour that all in there. Good job. Okay, and then we're going to take our butter. Go ahead and put that in there. Dump the butter in there. Put in there. Got it? Let's get it. Oh, good job. Okay, and then here, we're going to put this in here.
The measuring spoons?
These are the measuring spoons, so I'm going to measure this in, okay?
Alright, got it.
And then this is 1/4. Okay. And then we have 1/2. And then we're going to do 1/4. Okay. Okay. Now what we're going to do is what we call cutting in. And we're going to cut the butter into the flour right here. And it's just taking that. Okay, Izzy, can you do that for me, son?
Yes.
Cut that in really good. Mix it around. All right, can I try to? Daddy work with you? So we're just cutting it in. It's just doing this. You know the pie dough cutters. You can purchase at the store. You can use the same thing. I just like to use my paddle so I can go right back in, and I'm just mixing it really quick because we're going to get some really nice flaky crust with this recipe. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook this up to the KitchenAid mixer here. And I'll put this in. Okay, you want to put that handle up?
Yep.
Lock it into place for me. Thank you. Okay, here we go. And then we're just going to put it on low here. Okay. And I'm just adding the water. Like I said, it's about 1/4 cup. We could take a little bit more than that, depending on the moisture. Just mixing it in here. I make a really nice pie dough here. There you go. Beautiful. Okay. And I'm going to shut this off right now. And then what I'm going to do is take this paddle loose. Okay. I want to clean the paddle off. Okay. And we're going to take our dough. Now, one of the things you can do too is you can take the dough, put it back in your bowl, and cover it, and you can refrigerate it for about 30 minutes to make it a little bit stiffer if you like, to help it set up. But it's really nice because this dough, you can make it and pretty much work it immediately after you've mixed it. So next thing I'm going to do is I'll be moving on to the next step here. After I clean my mixing bowl here, then we will get ready for the pumpkin pie filling and rolling out our crust. All right, we'll be right back. All right, now we're going to roll out the dough, and we have a little bit of flour here. We call it dusting, so we always want to dust it down. Okay, and I also have rolling pin and then my 10-inch deep dish glass Pyrex here. Then I'm going to put the pie in. as you can see how easy this pie dough is to roll out in the direction I'm doing it. A little bit more, so you don't want it to stick, okay? And if you're wanting to know how far you should roll your dough out, you can measure it by your pie tin, whichever one you're using. But this is a 10-inch. I want to go past the edge because it's going to come up, and then we're going to crimp the edges, all right? And I'm going to go just a little bit more. You want to make it as round as possible, okay? There we go. And we're going to take the dough, fold it over like this and like this. Now I'll bring over this guy, and once you take it here, open it up. We're gonna lay it down, okay? There we go. This is a deep dish. Just push out. We don't want to have air behind it on the sides, okay? Make sure it's sitting nice and relaxed here along the sides. And you can push out here as well, okay? Just like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to crimp the edges. So I'm rolling my dough down right here on the edge. And it's okay, you're getting excess, you're going to come around. Little background, as I served in the U.S. Marine Corps and I was a cook, I also was a baker in the Marine Corps. So I had to do a lot of pies and to feed all those Marines. So it gave me a lot of practice. Now the more you do, the easier it gets even with your crimping. And then you get to know the dough, how it's to feel, how pliable it should be. And now I'm just pushing around the sides and I'm bringing it up. Because it's gonna sit on the ledge here of this Pyrex. You just don't want it falling in, okay? And if you see a little air behind it, just lift it and get that air out of there, okay? Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to crimp my edges. Now what I do is I take my thumb and index finger. I'm left-handed, so I apologize. If you're right-handed, it'll be the opposite way. I go right here, and I take my other index finger. For me, I'll be using my right. I go like that, and I bring my thumb in there, and I go there. And I come around, and I'm able to get my nice little shape around here. And I'm also pushing down a little bit on the ledge, okay? And right there, and right there, you have your pie crust. Now what I'm going to do is take my pie crust and I'll put it in the refrigerator, and then I'll just refrigerate it for about 15 minutes. This helps the dough set up while we're preparing our pumpkin pie filling, and we'll be right back. All right, now we're back to make our pumpkin pie filling. We have our pureed pumpkin here. We have sugar, eggs, cinnamon, ground clove, ground ginger, and you can use either a can of evaporated milk, but in this case I'm actually using a little half and half in cream. It's the same consistency. If you don't have evaporated milk, there's ways of doing it. And my son Israel is just going to share really quick where this pumpkin came from. So Israel, where did it come from?
So it came from a pumpkin patch.
Yeah, you picked out a really big one. And then yesterday, your dad actually carved it up, and then I roasted it in the oven. Then I pureed it so it'd be ready to make the pumpkin pie. So here we go. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna put in the pumpkin here. Okay, go ahead and pour that in there, son. Here, let's use a spatula.
Don't worry,
Can
I
help
got
you?
it.
You got it? Okay.
Pour
All right.
all?
Yeah, we gotta pour it all. Okay, you got it. Okay, here, let me finish this. I want to scrape it and get all this in here. And, okay. So we have our pumpkin right now. Okay. It's beautiful puree. The pumpkin turned out really, really nice. And of course, there's extra that I can put in other recipes. And then what we're going to do is we'll just put our eggs in there. Go ahead and dump the 3 eggs in there. I like to use 3 eggs instead of 2 because this helps it firm up. And anytime you're using maybe a milk substitute, it's better to actually have that extra egg in there just to make sure it firms up really well. Now we're going to dump what? Our sugar in there, Izzy?
Yep.
Okay.
All of it.
It's 3/4 of a cup. Dump it in.
All?
Yep. There's a lot of pie recipes out there that are great, but then they could be overly sweet too. So now what we're going to do is we're going to measure here. Okay.
Want measuring spoons again?
Yeah, measuring spoons again. So, I'm going to do 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. Okay. Okay, and actually, that's what I actually have in here, 1.5.
Next.
Then we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger. Okay.
And then our next one will be the clove.
Yep, ground clove. You don't need a lot of ground clove because ground clove can be pretty strong.
Yes, really.
So, yeah, so we're going to do 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground clove. Okay, there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put it here.
And then we'll get the mixture thing in.
Yep, and I got to grab the paddle.
Right.
Okay. And then we're going to put the paddle on. Okay, go ahead and lock it in place, son.
All right, got it.
You got it? Okay, it's locked. Okay,
Yep.
I'm going to start it on low here. We're going to start mixing this together here. Okay.
So the pumpkin things is that we're gonna pour it in the crust.
Yes, we will. Right afterwards, we'll show them that in a moment, son.
And
So as we're mixing here, we want to scrape the sides down. We want to make sure the seasoning is all mixed in here really, really good. Okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna bring this back up. Okay, there we go. Then what I'm gonna do is grab my milk. You want to pour that in really slow? Just pour it in slow. Okay, there we go. Like that. We just don't want to splatter everywhere. Okay.
right. If you get it too fast, it will scratch.
Yeah,
Splatter.
you don't want it on your face.
Yeah,
That's
or
happened to me
everywhere
before.
on the counter or your floor.
Okay.
So you gotta do it slow.
All right, so we're just mixing here. Okay, there we go. That is some beautiful.
Beautiful.
Pumpkin. Okay.
Beautiful pumpkin filling.
Okay. And one more item that goes in there with the filling. We do 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay. There we go. This mixed really, really well. And then what we want to do is, it's good to chill your pie filling for at least about 30 minutes and pour it into your chilled crust. And we will be right back chilling that and then putting it in the oven. We'll cut this off here and we'll get this in the refrigerator. Okay, we're back now and we're going to put the pie filling into our beautiful pie crust right here. You can see the filling here. It's been chilled. Same with the crust. You can see it's set up from being in the refrigerator. And if you are in a hurry to get it chilled sooner, it's okay if you put it in your freezer, but this is a shorter amount of time to get it to set up, okay? And here we go. Just gonna pour this in here all this pie filling. In there, beautiful, just like that. That beautiful pie right there. Okay. Scrape it all, get that bowl clean, and you want it all in there. Okay. Here we go. Now what I'm gonna do is I got some foil strips I did to go on the edges. So what this does, it helps. You know, you've probably done pie before, and you are always wondering, why does the edge always over brown the rest of the pie and gets basically almost like burnt? Well, the foil helps it bake, but it prevents it from over browning. So then it helps it brown evenly, your pie. Okay, I'm just gonna do this here. I'm gonna wrap this around here. There. You don't want it blowing off, so let's crimp it so it's tight. I'm going to grab a little piece here, more foil, so I can catch that. Sometimes you need a little extra piece there. Okay. Now what we're going to do is put it in our oven. I got the convection oven here. It's at 375 degrees. Okay, and what I want to do is I'm going to put my pie in there. All right, and you want to put it in the center of your oven, around the center, so that airflow can go around. This, of course, is a commercial oven from our restaurant here. I'm fixing this little piece because I don't want it to blow off of there. It could happen. Okay, slide that in. And I'm letting it start now. We're going 15 minutes at 375 degrees. And after 15 minutes, I'm going to reduce it to 350 degrees and bake it around 40 minutes longer, or until a toothpick comes out nice and clean. So I'll see you in a bit when we go to pull the pie out of the oven. All right. All right, so our pie is done. I'm gonna pull it out of the oven here. Izzy, just remember it's hot.
I know.
Okay, well, hold the door open for me.
Yep.
As you can see, the pie is right here. So what we got to do now is we got to chill this pie. I'm gonna bring it over here. Okay.
Let's check it out.
It's really hot, so
we're gonna take the foil off.
Yeah, Izzy, you want to help me with that? And you can see how evenly this is. It's not burnt. This is what the foil does here. And what I'm going to do is let it chill, and then I'm going to sample it here. So it's got to be completely cold. So we'll be back, and I'll show you the final product cut up with the whipped cream on it. Well, welcome back. Well, we have our finished pumpkin pie. We pull out of the fridge now. It's the taste test. You've been waiting for this, haven't you? Whoa, okay, that's good. Wow, hold on. We need a fork for that.
All right.
You got 2 forks, son? Can you go get 2 forks?
Okay,
We got to taste this really quick. Got to move quick. So now our finished product with whipped cream that Israel helped put on, and he helped make the pie, didn't you? And it's good. So you ready? Let's dig in, both of us, and get a bite. And we also got to thank your mommy. She's on the camera. Yeah. Pumpkin pie made with fresh pumpkin that our son got at the pumpkin patch. All right, till next time, we'll be ready to send you more details and other recipes and different techniques that we work on together. Have a great, happy Thanksgiving. Bye.
And also one more thing, hit that like and subscribe button down below, and click our notification bell, and then you'll see other stuff by my channel.
Not your channel. Well, this is our channel
My
here.
channel and the family channel.
All right.
We hope for your love and kindness. We just I'm gonna say Happy Thanksgiving and
Again?
have this lovely day.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say goodbye.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.